big players that have experienced finals like this, no matter what the week is leading up to the final, they're able to step on this pitch and do the business. And I think you look at the likes of Bernardo, Rodri, Ruben Diaz, if he's fit, and you're thinking they're players that can really lead this team. And when the moments are a bit tough, you're able to stand tall and able to produce the goods. And I think Man City have done that for a number of years. Even the Champions League final didn't play the greatest, but they had that experience of playing in finals of the FA Cup previously and being able to ride out a performance to be able to bring the trophy home. So I do think potentially on a day like this, when the pressure is on Arsenal, the quadruple chat, a first trophy, the second trophy under Mikel Arteta, it's going to be tough for them, but at the same time, City have been here and done that.
Let's go back to St James's Park, Lee.
You can hear what's happened. Newcastle are ahead. Newcastle 1, Sunderland 0. Inside 10 minutes, Sunderland caught playing out from the back. It went straight to Gordon, right side of the area, shot across goal into the bottom corner, and this place has gone absolutely crazy. Newcastle 1, Sunderland 0. Rob Elliott.
Yeah, I don't know what Sunderland are doing. They're trying to play from the back. They're not set. O'Nien dribbles into the middle of the pitch and plays the ball straight in. It's intercepted and by Baltimore to play to Gordon, who finishes it brilliantly. And yeah, Sunderland in a derby really got on the back foot, but a great start from Newcastle. And yeah, Sunderland do look like they're all sixes and sevens in possession. They're slowing the game down from the first minute.
And it's not the first time Sunderland have given the ball away while playing out from the back either. The fans have been getting on the Sunderland players' backs here because, as Rob was just saying, they've accused them of time wasting quite a lot. But St James's Park has not been this loud for some time. 10 minutes gone in the Tyne-Wear derby. Anthony Gordon with the goal. Newcastle 1, Sunderland 0.
You're right there, Steph.
I'm okay. I'm concentrating on what we were chatting about. I don't want to know what's going on at St James's Park.
We've got so many great things coming up over the course of the next couple of hours. So Tony Adams is going to join us just after 1 o'clock. We'll go inside the mind of the Arsenal manager, Mikel Arteta, later, because we'll have Steve Round with us live from Wembley. He was on Mikel Arteta's staff for his first 4 years at Arsenal. I'm just going to say Micah Richards will drop in, John, at some point. We know what he's like.
Yeah, well, that will be unpredictable.
Yes, it always is.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Yes, that is the one. But he will be here at some point. So let's do sort of Arteta versus Pep. And then over the course of the afternoon, we will zone in a little bit more on both of them. We've got Guardiola actually coming up very, very shortly. Do you think, Jules, if Arsenal win today, will part of the narrative become the idea of a changing of the guard between these two massive clubs?
Yeah, I think you could see it that way. Certainly some sort of like handover of power really of this team. And I know there's also Liverpool and United and all the other top clubs, but City have been the dominant side since Guardiola arrived, or certainly from his second season onwards. And if Arsenal were to win this today, and obviously being still ahead in the title race, I think you could see it probably that way. Also, I don't know what Steph feels like and John, but I've told you before, I think Guardiola won't be there next season. He's got another year, of course, in his contract. I think we see a lot of signs of him. I don't know if he's decided yet or not. I don't know if the club knows yet or not, but it feels to me sometimes, looking at him in press conferences, in his body language, and even what he can say in his own communication, that maybe this is the last season, and then after that he will leave, and that the club is already preparing for the post-Guardiola era in a way. So if that also happens, Arteta is there to stay, although there's his contract to be sorted out because he's out of contract in June 2027, so in less than 18 months now. And this is something that Arsenal will have to go and look into. But yeah, I think if Arsenal win today, win the title ahead of City, Guardiola leaving, I think he will feel a bit like that.
Well, I know I've seen our BBC colleague Sami Mokbel has reported over the course of the last couple of days that Josh Kroenke will be here to watch it today, and he's also suggested that Stan Kroenke might be here as well. And in the context of what Sammy was writing, the suggestion was that thoughts may turn to extending Mikel Arteta's contract. But I agree with you, Jules, in terms of how big it is for Arteta if he's able to get this trophy done and get it won and get something, in the boardroom at Arsenal, because it's so important to make that breakthrough and cross the line. It was the first trophy that Pep Guardiola won with Manchester City, when who was his assistant at the time? Mikel Arteta. And I feel he's been different this season, Mikel Arteta. And an example of that is the last time they lost a match on a Sunday afternoon, thrilling match against Manchester United in the Premier League. They've been unbeaten since then. I went down to interview him after the match, and because of the way they went, because they'd lost the only home defeat this season, based on my previous experience, I was thinking, this could be a tough interview, because he can be incredibly prickly, in my experience, when things have gone against them. Went down there, he was totally different. And I left that interview and I thought, you know what, that he's changed as a manager, he's changed his approach, he's learned from what's gone in the past. And I thought what he said after that defeat was quite inspirational, and it was the kind of thing about how I feel this is different, I feel I've got the characters in the squad now who will be able to deal with this, put it behind them, and go on another winning stroke unbeaten run, which is exactly what they've done. So that is an area where I